If you like to hunt, dove and goose season officially kicks off in Tennessee this weekend. And while some will be out hunting, others might be enjoying their Labor Day weekend on the water. Here to tell us everything you need to know about the opening weekend of the hunting seasons and even some water safety tips for your Labor Day is Matt Cameron with the Tennessee Wildlife Resource Agency. Thank you so much for joining us.
My pleasure.
So first off, let's go ahead and talk Labor Day on the water. We know that there might be some more folks out this weekend than your normal typical weekend over the summer. What do you want people to be aware of?
Yeah, it's probably going to be a busy boating weekend. The weather looks absolutely perfect.
It does.
It's kind of the last hurrah, I guess you could say, for the boating season. So we expect a lot of folks to be out enjoying the waterways. So just be prepared for boating amongst other boaters and keep a safe distance from them so we don't have collisions, which do happen on the water, believe it or not. And our message really doesn't change a whole lot. It's going to be wear a life jacket, designate a sober operator, and operate in a safe manner. Because we've had 20 fatal boating accidents this year. Our average is 22, so we're hovering right around that mark, and we don't want to get past it this weekend.
And I know that, like you said, there will be some extra folks on the water. Will you also have some extra patrols on the water as well? We
will, yeah. Pretty much every law enforcement district will have all of its full and part-time boating enforcement officers on the water this weekend, trying to get as much coverage as possible. You know, we're still pretty few in number, I guess, relatively speaking, but we will be out there trying to cover the waterway safely, and just hope that our presence might make a difference.
Well, I know that some other folks might be more interested in hunting this weekend. I know that dove hunting starts tomorrow here in Tennessee. Let's talk a little bit about that.
Correct, yeah. September 1st is a permanent opening day for dove hunting in Tennessee. It always opens at noon, so guys will be out there early in the morning waiting for noon to come, sitting in those lawn chairs and
just ready to go,
baking in the sun. But yeah, we look forward to a good hunting weekend. We do have plenty of hunting opportunities in Upper East Tennessee this year.
Okay, let's talk about it.
Yeah, TWRA leases fields from farmers that have harvested silage or other grain, corn from their farms, and then overseed it with wheat usually. It creates a great feeding opportunity. So we look for those ideal conditions, and we lease a few acres from that farmer, and our hunters are allowed to come hunt on those properties. That'll be September 1st, 2nd, and then on Monday is when those lease fields will be open. So tnwildlife.org will have a list of those on our homepage. Just click on the dove hunting link, and then it'll pull up East Tennessee, and you'll see that Greene County has 3 fields, Hawkins County has 1, Washington County has a field, Claiborne County does, and then there are wildlife management area fields as well, like on Lick Creek WMA, Kyles Ford WMA, and a few others. Wow,
and I know that another hunting season also opens soon. Let's talk about goose hunting too.
Yeah, Canada goose season. We've talked, is it goose hunting, geese hunting?
Yeah, goose, geese. So many questions.
Yeah, no, so they are Canada geese, not Canadian geese. Now, if they actually migrated from Canada, you could call them Canadian geese, but because they're a resident population, it's just called a Canada goose because they do live here.
Wow, okay, so we'll have to keep a mental note of that for next time.
There you go, just for useless knowledge for people, but we do have a lot of geese as well, and it wouldn't hurt to take a few out of the population. So you're allowed 5 a day. That opens in the morning. Make sure you have your waterfowl license in addition to your small game hunting license, and you got your duck stamp as well, and have a plug in your shotgun. You hunters know what that means. It means you can't have more than 3 shells in your gun to hunt migratory birds, which includes doves and geese.
Well, is there anything else you want folks to know about those rules or any licenses they need to get?
Yeah, so if you're going to hunt on a wildlife management area, you also have to have a WMA permit. I know it gets confusing for a lot of our hunters on, gosh, what do I need to go here and do this activity? And we recognize that it can be difficult. So refer to our hunting guide, tnwildlife.org. We'll have a copy of it on there, review the regulations, and you know, when in doubt, give our office a call in Morristown. It's 587-7037. Those ladies are full of knowledge in there, and they will set you straight.
Well, awesome. Well, Matt Cameron, thank you so much for joining us ahead of Labor Day weekend. We know you guys will be very busy out this weekend, so we appreciate you for stopping by. But again, if you are going out on the water, always remember to wear your life jacket and avoid going out if there is a storm. Thankfully, we don't expect that this weekend. And of course, keep sober while you are driving that boat. And again, dove season officially opens tomorrow at noon. It's divided into 3 different segments. The first one from September the 1st to 28th, the second one from October 14th to November 5th, and the last from December 8th to January 15th. Hunting begins a half hour before sunrise until sunset, and goose season kicks off tomorrow too. Different segments for that as well, depending on the type of goose. That information can all be found at tn.gov.